going crazy. All off that in my room. Hi. I was about to say good morning, and I'm like, nope, it's like past noon, so. This is my morning though, because I got woken up in the morning, so, yeah, I've had a slow start, because by the time I was finally able to pass out again, it was like really late, so, yeah. Yeah, anyways, so, can't think, just making some tea, it's my, it's called, oh my gosh, it smells so good. This is like the straight from Japan tea, green tea, the real stuff, you know, which is funny. I was just talking to, someone from church. We went out to, dinner last night to, chat and hang and stuff, and, my, mission trip to Japan came up, and then I was talking about, because she was cold, because obviously it was like raining last night, and then we were in, you know, AC and stuff, so she was cold and stuff, and I was like I had a sweater on just because on the way there it was like pouring and stuff, and I'm like, I'm not trying to get sick. That's the only reason. I wasn't cold, like, but I'm not an idiot, y'all, you know, like, I'm just not trying to get sick, but, I mean, I did get, like, my legs and feet did get soaked in the rain, but, other than that, it was Gucci, but, yeah. Oh, I'm making avocado toast, by the way, if I get to that, but, but yeah, so my Japan trip came up, and it was like 30-degree weather. There was also some snow in some places, on top of that, but yeah, I was like, I'm the type of person where it's like, I can be in like shorts and a tank top, and I mean, I did that back when I was, went to my Maui trips, when I was younger, and we went up to Haleakala because it was like wintertime, for paddling, and we went to the invitationals. Everyone else would be like snuggled up in blankets and everything, and it was like really early in the morning, you know, to watch the sunrise, and I'd just be like there in short shorts and a t-shirt, and like, and be like, this feels great, like, so, with the snow on the ground and everything too, and I don't even remember what the degree was, but it was cold, you know, with snow and stuff, so, well, like, cold, you know, to everything else, but, hey, Leah, but, yeah, so I'm the type of person where it's like, I don't know, I've been told I should have been born, like, in Alaska, or, like, the North Pole, and I'm like, yes, I was also born in, like, the slightly wrong, what's it called, season, so I was born in the spring, should have been born in the winter, but, yeah, so, yeah, I don't get cold, unless I'm actually sick, That's the only time. That's how you know I'm sick. Like if I'm really sick, like then I'll be like freezing. Other than that, I'm not cold. So yeah. Oh, okay. So I was talking about the Japan trip, but like it came up because I was like, she was like she was thinking, because normally we went to Lolita Bakery at the mall, at Ala Moana Mall, which I didn't even know they had one there. I thought it was only the one. And then I didn't even know they had like sit down actual food. So that was cool. It was really yummy. I got the kimchi fried rice with ham and what's it called? The egg was sunny side up. Yeah. But yeah, so she got some Simon, you know. She was like, normally she gets breakfast when she goes there, but she's like, she was cold, so she was like, let me get some soup. Yeah, so I was talking about how like and obviously I had my sword on, but I didn't take it off just because I didn't want to do the whole take off, put on, that kind of thing. So I just dealt with being warm. Yeah, but oh yeah, so it came up, like my Japan trip came up, and then I was like talking about how we went to this one city, and there, I forget what city it was called, but it's where like there's like that little island you can go tour, and you walk across that like red bridge. Is like really cool. It's a cute little city. And then there we like a few of us, there's literally like only 3 of us got ice cream. Everyone else was like, y'all crazy, like but like they were cold. The other 2 gals were cold, but they still got it. They're like, you know, it's like once in a lifetime to get like, you know, this kind of ice cream in Japan and stuff. So but yeah, so like they joined me and stuff, but like I was like, yes, like anytime I'll be eating, like everyone else would be like, I told her, like when people are like, let's have some hot cocoa, I'll be like, let's have some ice cream. You know, I mean, I love hot cocoa too, but I'll be like sweating. I was like literally it was Sunday. One of the other ladies from church was like mad at me. Like not mad, but like just because so she brought snacks that week, and she brought some hot cocoa for everyone, and it was like cool and like rainy weather, but I was still sweating. I was like, I'm hot, you know. And then you add on the the hot cocoa. I'm like, yes, delicious, thank you. But I'm over here, I'm sweating. Like, and she was like, she said that like in the morning she put on her winter coat. I'm like, you put on a winter coat in Hawaii? What is, no, like why? And so yeah, and so she was like, that's how freezing she was, and I'm like, okay. But yeah, I'm like, no, but yeah, so it was like the green tea. That's where I got that from, because I'm drinking the green tea, but like it's green tea ice cream, and like it's like the real green, you know, Japan green tea, and like you can only get that ice cream, you know, like we have green tea ice cream here, but like not like the real green tea, you know. It's like you can only get that in Japan. And so it was like, it was so good. It was like a soft serve on a cone, and it was like a nice big cone, you know. It's like, there's also one place in Oregon that by like the Heights, there's like this little ice cream shop on the side of the road where like they give the nice big cones, but like most places don't. They're like, we'll give you a tiny little cone, but like charge so much for it. We're like, yeah. So, but like I like when they give you, you know, a good amount of ice cream for like a reasonable price, you know. But yeah, so that was like really yummy. And yeah, so most people think I'm crazy, and I'm like, you know what, that's fine. I'll go ahead and be the crazy one. I think you're crazy too, so that's fine. We'll just all be oddballs together, you know, in our own way. But yeah, so what am I doing? But yeah, so I'm gonna make some avocado toast. Which, so actually need to buy like some more avocados of my own. But like these, I had like an avocado yesterday. What did I put it in? Oh, a smoothie. But then I also have this one. Like my grandma got them from a friend, and like most people, or no, actually no, it's weird because I think the only person from my family that doesn't like avocados is my little sister and my grandpa. But everyone else does. So I'm surprised why she asked me if I wanted them. Maybe she had more. I don't know. But yeah, so that was nice. Because I absolutely love avocados. But yeah. So I use the other one in a smoothie. And this one I'm going to make avocado toast. But yeah, so I guess, you know, we can talk more about me being, hi, good afternoon, or whatever time. I know like there's some people that are like in different time zones, so but yeah, it's funny. Last night when I was like, I'm gonna do it live in the morning, and I'm like, was telling myself like, that's the problem with like, see, I don't know if like how many of like you other women out there have this problem, but it's like mostly women. See, my mom is like blessed that like she can just knock out like that. She doesn't have this problem. But like me, I'm like, I can't go to sleep right away, which is why I love our Skinny Brew, which is why I need to order some more, because it's the only thing that helps me like knock out. Yeah. Other than that, I'm like, I'll go to bed. I'm like, no, I need to get to bed at this time, and I'll even like listen to like music and stuff. It doesn't help nothing. I'm like, nope, my mind is just going in like different directions and stuff, and like I start basically having a conversation to myself in my head. But yeah, I actually did like a TikTok on that. I stole the idea from someone else, but I mean it's true. It happens. Like it's ridiculous. But yeah, so. But yeah, so I was like saying, oh, I'm gonna like just talk about like all the different times of how I'm a klutz and what's the word, accident prone. And then I started off talking about like tea. So that was weird. But yeah, I mean, who doesn't love Japan green tea, right? I mean, I would rather have my Skinny Brew, which I still need to work. So, you know, when you finally get yourself organized, you know, and literally yesterday, I was like, I got myself organized. I was like, I set up my schedule. I'm like, that's what I'm gonna do. So, you know, I go to bed. You know, even though it takes me a while to actually get to sleep, but like, you know, I'm like, I'm gonna wake up at this time. And then of course, you know, that doesn't happen because some people have to abandon their car, you know, nothing like, and I'll somehow allow the alarm to go off non-stop out of nowhere. From like 1:40 a.m. to almost 4 a.m. You know, I'm like, really? No. And then it's like, I'm glad like, cause before my dad and I like would never be on like anything. So I'm like, especially like even cause like something like this has happened before. He was like telling me I was like being dramatic and stuff, and like finally like, he agreed with me. And I'm like, what? Like, at first I was like gonna call the cops, and then I heard him calling the cops, and I'm like, okay, well, just hang that up, you know. But then once again, just like the last time, they didn't do crap. And I'm like, I told him, I was like, they wonder why nobody likes them. And he's like, you're right. You know? Like, but yeah. So, because I was like, I told him, I was like, because he said that they did come, but they didn't do anything, and the operator told my dad that they're apparently not allowed to like open the car door anymore. And I'm like, what? Excuse me? You're a cop. Trying to call a freaking tow truck or something and like shut that car off, or call a tow truck and tow that damn car away. Like, one or the other, you know, like that's against, you know, neighborhood noise ordinance. There we go. But yeah, so, you know, people trying to sleep, you know. It's past 10 p.m. and it's still way before 8 a.m. So, you know, just saying. But anyways, that's how my night and morning went. But it's okay. We're pushing through the day, even though it's like and I just like, yeah, so I just kind of like laid in my bed and just threw on some worship music. I was like, you know what, like screw you, Satan, you know, I don't know what you're trying to do, but bye. And wish I was there, like in Hawaii or where I live. It's like like specifically, like, because if you're talking about like the scenario I'm talking about now, you don't wish you were there. That was awful. But sorry, I'm getting notifications. But yeah, and you know, I'm like over here forgetting about my food. That's why I need coffee. I need my skinny brew, you know, to like help my brain think. It's not even. I need to turn this up. Hawaii was like a home back in the day when I was a little girl. Only I could be in one of your tribes. Aww. Well, maybe you'll get the opportunity to come visit again. Hi, Elizabeth. But yeah. So, that's that a little bit, you know. But I guess we can move on to me being a klutz too now, you know. So, it all started when... basically, literally when I was born. Yeah. It's all my mom's fault. I mean, kind of. I was almost born in a toilet. Yeah. And then I almost flew off the hospital bed. And I have a very interesting life. Yeah. So, yep. And then my knee problems are my little brother's fault. Like that specifically. Yup. Because he pushed me down the stairs the first time and then it just trickled from there. It's funny. I'm at 41%. It's fine. But no, yeah, that's a funny story. So, yeah. And see, okay, so it's really funny. You know, I'm surprised I wasn't born on a Sunday because that would have just made everything even more ironic. Because everything seems to happen on a Sunday for me. Not everything, not always. There have been some times where it was on a school day. So, yeah, and I was born on a Friday. So, and ironically, I was born in the morning. I'm not a morning person. Yeah. No, but yeah. So, oh yeah, and if I like bust my knee up one more time, just one more time. Oh, and it's my right knee. Then yeah, this girl is gonna be heading to the surgical unit. But so that'll be fun. Which I actually, that's another story. I actually almost had to have like abdominal surgery. Thanks for sharing. Oh, you're welcome. I'm an open book. Yeah, I have so many fun stories. But I guess back to the knee. Yeah, so first time I tumbled down the stairs, I was 4. And my younger brother and sister were 2. It was a Sunday. We were all ready for church, everything. I was in a polka dot dress with a pink ribbon tied around it. And I was waiting out, like right outside the door. There was normally a baby gate, you know. We lived in like a 2-story house. But like only in the upper section. There was a, it's a house that my grandpa owns. But there's like an apartment on the bottom. And whatchamacallit, so yeah. I don't know who decided to remove the baby gate, you know, while my mom was still getting ready. Because my younger brother and sister was still inside, and they were supposed to stay inside and wait. Of course my sister listened, and of course my brother didn't. So I was waiting outside by the shoe rack. I had my my white sandals on, and then I was just like looking out like over the railing and stuff and just chilling, and I'm like, Mama, are we going, you know, like, and stuff, and just, it'll be 30 minutes and stuff. And then my little brother, like, he did it twice. At first he was like starting to come out, and then I shut the door, you know, pushed it back and stuff, and he was like told to go back and, you know, wait and stuff. And then I forget exactly what happened, but like I started to turn around and I didn't know he was coming, you know, because I was gonna open the door and like check, because she was taking forever. My goodness. But then there's my little brother. He comes pushing the door open, like, and then like right as I'm right there, like right as I turn around, he pushes it, and then I start to fall back. And then I'm trying to grab the door, but I grab him because his hand's like just right there sticking out, you know. So we both go tumbling down the stairs, and these are concrete stairs too. And yeah, I was like really sore, like my entire body. Surprisingly, it didn't hit my head though. At least I don't remember hitting my head or anything, you know. There have been so many times. The only time I actually hit my head was when someone hit my head. Or actually 2 people hit my head. I don't remember the first time when my... Oh yeah, he's not here. Apparently my dad threw a block at my head when I was 2 years old. I don't remember that. Maybe it was so like traumatizing, but I've been through traumatizing things, so that's why I'm like, I don't know why I don't remember that scenario. But my mom says there was one time when he threw a block at my across the room. Yeah. So yeah, that was the first time I got hit in the head. And then I was also poked in the eye once when I was an infant. I think she said I was 9 months old. But yeah, it was this gal from, like, this teenager. She was a teenager at the time. And she obviously was this was an accident. But I ended up meeting her, like, years later when we went to visit the church again. And she was like, oh my goodness, I am so sorry. I don't know if you remember, but I accidentally poked you when you were a baby in the eye. And then she was, like, so stunned because, like, I didn't do anything. I didn't cry. I didn't, like, tear up or, like, I just looked back at her like nothing had happened. And she was like, like, yeah. So I know, like, I can touch my eyes like nothing. Like, yeah, I don't know. I'm very strange. That's why people call me like an alien and stuff. Also been called an animal. I was literally just telling my mom that story on Sunday. Because what were we? We were talking about like hide and seek. And they were bringing up stories. And then, because like my sister was trying to say like she was like good at hide and seek and stuff. And I was like, oh, you think so? Like, I don't think so. I'm the one that's like the hide and seek queen. I will literally do anything, like even to this day. Like, if we're playing hide and seek, I will play hide and seek, like, and I will do anything to win. Like, even be called an animal. Like, and I'm burning my... Oh, no, that's fine. Okay. Because there was this one... Sorry, I'm, like, knowing something all over. But, so many crazy stories. But, yeah, there was this, one time. I was, like, 18 or 19. I can't remember the last time I went to, a sleepover at my, one of my old churches, Bethany Assembly of God. But it was to help with a VBS during one summer. So I was like 18 or 19, and there was a few of us, like, you know, the church family leaders that like stayed and slept over, you know, the night before and stuff, to get ready and everything, and just to be there, you know. But yeah, so I played, and there's like a lot of like, there's, oh my gosh, they're growing up so fast. Like, all these kids are like, I don't know, some of them are probably as tall as me now, but like they make me feel old. Like, I remember when all of them were babies. Like, literally every single one of them, I remember when they were babies. And they're like teenagers now. I'm like, what is going on? Like, like, I held most of you when you were babies. But I'd even changed some of your diapers. Like, but yeah. So it's so strange and funny to see all of them like so grown up. But yeah, I played with, you know, we played hide and seek and stuff. That was always like fun things to do at the church. But there was like, so there's obviously like children's church, you know, on Sundays. So there's like these like classrooms and everything. And there's these cabinets, you know, that the Sunday school teachers, you know, can keep their stuff in. And one of them was, there was one classroom, like the very first one when you walk in, and it was empty. And it's like the bottom shelf. Obviously I wasn't gonna hide in the top shelf and break something, but so, and it's literally just a tiny little box, okay? And I was literally Like, I haven't grew since then. I'm the same height, same width and everything. But it's literally like just a tiny little box. And I hid in there. It took them so long for me to find me. Probably like 15, 20 minutes. It was getting so hot in there. I was probably like so sweaty after. But it was like a little, like literally I had to like, it was so hard to breathe in there. But like I was like, nope, like that's how much I will like work to win at like hide and seek. I'm gonna find the best place to hide. But but yeah. So, and it really had to like stretch my back after that. But yeah, I snuck in there. Took them so long. And then the brother of some of the girls, like, he was like, oh my gosh, you're like an animal. How did you fit in there? like, but yeah. So I mean, I don't care. I will do whatever it takes to win hide and seek. That is my game. Like, sorry. Sorry, not sorry, you know? But yeah, that's not really on being a klutz. What is being a klutz is hurting myself, you know, like all the time. Okay. Toast is done. Let's do the egg and then, but, dee-dum. Actually, let's do, that could stay. Whatchamacallit? Dee-dum, I can't think. Oh, right. So, ooh. You know how they say listen to your parents? Sometimes don't. I depends on. So, one time after I learned how to bike, sorry Mom, I love you. I do, I really do. But yeah, so after I learned how to bike when I was about 5, 6 years old, then one day my mom, I don't know, it was just, I don't know where my older brother and sister were, because it was just, and my dad, it was just me, my mom, and the twins were home. So I don't know where everyone else was. But yeah, so I was like out biking, just like having so much fun by myself. And then I came back, and then she's like, good job. You want to try going down the hill? Inside I was like, no, not really. She's like, you should try going down the hill, you know? It's so much fun. Like, I know you can do it. And, you know, and stuff. And, like, I forget exactly, like, her wording and stuff. And it's like, I know she was, like, saying, like, you know, you don't really have to and stuff, you know? But, like, I don't know. It's, like, the way she was also saying it, it was, like, I kind of felt like, I don't know, being, like, you know, being that age, and it's like, I don't know. The way she came across, it was just, like I didn't want to do it, but I felt like I had to, like, show that, I don't know. I was just always like, I don't know. It's a very complicated childhood. Basically, they always thought, like, oh, you can basically do everything. So I had to show them, yeah, I can do everything. Yeah. But so then I did. It took me a while. I was like just leaning off my bike for like the longest time on the top of a hill. And then finally went for it. And very bad mistake. Once again, I bust my knee. Yep. Same knee. Same exact knee. And was like so freaking painful. Ooh. Oh yeah, I guess I should say how was it. So somehow, I don't know what happened to like the brakes or whatever, or like if I just like, I think I just panicked. I don't think I forgot to brake. Like I was just like, I panicked. I was like, I started speeding so fast, and I was like, I tried to brake, but like I couldn't. I was like, I panicked, so I lost my strength or whatever. I don't know how to explain it, but yeah. So, and I crashed into the telephone pole. So fun. And my mom, like, I guess heard the crash or whatever and heard me, like, crying. And this was at the bottom of, like, the little hill. And our house was, like, at the top. So, I don't know. She has, like, bad hearing, but I guess it was, like, you know, a mom instinct kind of thing. Kind of let her hear it. Again, no offense, Mom, love you. But okay, I guess I should have let this like ripen more. But yeah, so busted my knee up so bad, and then at first my mom oh wait, I must have been younger. No, I had to be like 4 years old. Because I think my brother and sister were at school. No, but then why was she? That wouldn't make sense, because then we would just be at the... Where were they? Oh, no. They were out with my dad, and then they came home, and yeah, okay, never mind. So I think it was a Saturday or something. But anyway, so luckily, no, sorry, I don't like to use that word. I don't know why, but like the way my mom like I guess the only thing, shouldn't say the only thing, one of the very few things I liked about my dad was he knew how to clean like an injury like quickly, you know, and so like you don't feel it, like, you know, and stuff, and he's not just like trying to be like, oh, here, let me just, you know, like, no, we should just like, come on, let's get this over with kind of thing, you know? And it's just like, yeah, that's what I'd rather have, you know? Like, all right, let's hurry up and get this cleaned up, you know? Whereas my mom was like, trying to clean it all gently, and it's like, no, that just makes it worse. So he came home like 2 minutes after we got back to the house, so he took over cleaning it up. I actually wasn't really crying and stuff after that point. I was like, then I don't know if it's because he was there, and I don't know, I just felt like I always had to be like put on like a brave face or whatever, because at first I was like blowing my eyes out when it first happened. So I don't know, but yeah, busted my knees a lot. I also busted my ankles up a lot. I was in crutches like how many times? Oh, and then I crushed 3 of my toes on my other foot, my left foot, when I was in whatchamacallit. This also happened at church. Everything happens on like a Sunday. So I like think weird, crazy happens on a, not everything, but like it tends to happen on a Sunday. But yeah, and this happened in fifth, at the end of 5th grade, so during the summer, when I was like, so like during summer school for 6th grade, I was in a cast, and it sucked because I couldn't do like, and I was going to whoopsie, a charter school where we did like a whole bunch of fun activities, and I couldn't like participate, you know, in like the water activities and stuff because I had a cast on my foot. So it sucked being like left out and stuff, but that's what happens when you follow the crowd and do things that you know you have a gut feeling like, no, this isn't a good idea, but you do it anyway because you think that they're the cool kids and you don't want to look weird not following them. So yeah, but so just, if there's any youngins out there, learn from me. I have so many great stories and so much good advice, just learn from me. Don't make the same mistakes, or like when your parents say don't make the same, listen to them, just listen. It makes life so much easier. But yeah. So yeah. Oh, and what really sucked? Ooh. So obviously my mom, took me to the hospital first time because, it was on Sunday at church. So she rushed me there. I can't remember how my siblings got home. Someone must have dropped them off or something, because it was just me and her that I think our pastor or somebody must have dropped them off, taking them home or something, because it was just me and her that got in the car and went to the hospital. Yes. And I wish she was available the second time for me to go get my second cast, because I was in it for 3 months, but it was 2 different casts. And the second time, so I hate when they do that, when they pass you off to a different doctor. It's like, don't do that. Or can you at least pass on information? Like, because here I am, you know, like 11 years old. Oh yeah, I was 11 years old at that point. Not 10. But I don't care about Starbucks right now. But yeah. So my dad took me, and of course, you know, I hate how he was back then. It's like, you're not the one wearing this cast, so shut the frick up. Obviously I didn't say that, I was saying that in my head, you know. But yeah, I wish I was brave enough at that time to, you know, speak up like that. But I wasn't. Yeah, so the first guy who was taking care of me, he was like, oh, okay, well, it's just your toes. So he didn't even understand why they gave me a full cast the first time. So he was like, I'll just make it like a half cast. And then he ended up leaving. I don't know why he left, you know, and stuff. So this lady came over at the same time, and then she started making like a full cast. And then I was like starting to speak up and, you know, say that, you know, like, why are you, you know, the guy. And then my dad's like, just be quiet, you know, and stuff. And I'm like, you're not the one wearing this. Like, you don't have to deal with like the uncomfortableness, you know, and stuff. But yeah, anyways, so I had to do that for like 3 months straight. And I don't care that they say don't stick anything down. I was sticking pencils and rulers and anything I could find to get rid of that itchiness. But that was perfectly fine. So that I do encourage, as long as you're careful you don't lose it in your cast. But yeah. Let's see, what else? Everyone pretty much knows about my surfing accident on that one Sunday, not long ago, well, kind of long ago, but like not long ago. That was last year, you know. So I don't really need to repeat that. And that's the one that like finally did it in. Like, if I hurt myself one more time, then, or that knee one more time, then I won't have to have knee surgery. So, and it's like every time I just like hit it against something, like it's just a small little hit, it's like very uncomfortable for like the whole day. So yeah, but like if I were to like smash it one more time, then that's when I would have to have surgery. So yeah. So pray for me, because again, I'm like a huge klutz. But or people don't like me and they throw a softball at my face and make my nose crooked, or yeah, that, if y'all were wondering why my nose is crooked, that's why. But or someone else doesn't like you and they pound a volleyball at your face too. So not always my fault. I mean, yes, I can trip on my own self, but not always my fault. So fun times. I would love to hear if I'm not the only one. Let's swap stories, y'all. I'll let that sit for too long. It's like cold now. I'm like not cold, like ice or anything, but like, I mean, putting ice in it would make it better, but yeah, you know what I mean. But yeah. What else? Oh, and I mentioned I actually did almost have abdominal surgery way back in the beginning and never explained that story. Although no, I think I did mention that story long time ago. I think I actually did talk about that a while ago. So I don't know if people want to hear that again. I'm sure you can find that in my lives somewhere, if you want to search them all the way back. I only started doing lives last year, so it's not like there's that many. But yeah. What else? Oh, I did also have had 2 cases where it was very similar. I forget what they called it, but it was very similar to a stroke, and it was because of I think I might have talked about this too, but I don't know. Just doing things. But it was because of my migraines, my chronic migraines that I was born with. And then I actually recently had a mini heart attack. Which I wouldn't call it mini. I mean, it literally felt like my heart was literally gonna burst out of my chest. But yeah, that was fun. So, anybody else? I'm just waiting for my egg, and then I have my brunch because I didn't have breakfast because I was sleeping. And this is funny, one of my friends posted what she had for breakfast, and she's like, what did everybody else have? And I was like, sleep. Literally what I said, because didn't have breakfast. I had sleep for breakfast because of what happened this morning. So technically I didn't oversleep because I was getting the sleep I needed. Yeah. I was rudely awakened for a few hours, so. Oh boy. But yeah. And then I don't know. It's really not even bad weather. It's just overcast. Ooh, that's interesting. There's a little hole in my egg. It's like an eye. And there's another one trying to. That's funny. But yeah, so hopefully my whole schedule that I'm trying to form will go better tomorrow. And we shall see. But I'm gonna go this is pretty much almost done. I'm gonna flip that, and then yeah, so I will let y'all go, and talk to y'all later. Have a great day wherever you are. Don't know what your weather's like, but you can still have a great day. And yeah, love y'all. Bye.